All right, welcome to our latest Swampcast. We're here at the Swamp where Florida dispatched Miami 26-3 tonight, but Robbie, didn't feel like a 26-3 game.
No, it didn't. And we, in our previous Swampcast, we called this, Pat.
Yeah.
We said, look out, tough game, and it was tougher maybe than I even thought it was going to be. Miami's defense played great for most of the game.
Their front four was awfully good, and you got to be concerned if you're a Florida fan about Florida's offensive line.
Yeah, it's like Florida looked kind of soft against them at times. They couldn't block. And I know that Urban Meyer said after the game that once Florida started trying to hit the perimeter to open things up a little bit, and Tebow was getting the ball out of his hands, it was like a totally different offense in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you know, it was weird. It was like they were doing a lot of stunning, and Florida had trouble picking that up. I don't know. I put this in my column. Maybe Jim Tart's the MVP of this team because he didn't
right now, play. Both games they kind of struggled up front, getting blocking people.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that this unstoppable offense could look so poor, really, for 3 quarters, and it took a lucky break. I guess you would say the replay call on Carl Moore's catch to set up a touchdown. But I thought that was where you really saw it, Robbie. 6 plays from the 5 to get in the end zone. But last year,
it's one play, one or two
plays. Yeah.
And it wasn't like, and he was stuffed completely. Tebow was. We're talking about on the goal line this time. Miami was prepared for him. That defensive plan, Florida's going to see it a lot this year.
They are, and I think the secret's kind of out on the best way to stop them. You know, but the bottom line is Florida beat Miami by 23 points. Florida ended the streak of 6 in a row. Nobody can say they haven't beaten them since 1985 anymore. And I know that Tim Tebow said he was really glad he didn't have to hear about that anymore.
Yeah. Pat, what about Lewis Murphy's night, though?
Weird,
that was
man.
Pretty wild.
Could not catch the ball for anything. He had right about on this spot right here, had the fumble recovery on the block kick recovery, and it squirted away from him. And then he comes back and has 1 touchdown, and then has another one that was called back. It was a great catch. So kind of a weird night, especially after he said some things. It
was almost like he was getting paid back for mouthing off earlier in the week.
Bad karma.
Yeah, but he got it back like Florida did. He and Florida got it back in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and the fourth quarter, Tebow was great. He was Tebow, and I thought I thought the key, a real key to that was when they get the ball backed up right here on the 5-yard line. They're up 13 points. They can't if they make a mistake, Miami's back in the game. Instead, they come out winging it. 5 straight passes, go down the field and score, put the game away.
Yeah, and Murphy could have had another score that was called back.
Yeah,
so
I thought they got it done, and that's the bottom line. There are concerns, though.
Yeah, but they didn't play afraid, like you said, in the fourth quarter, Pat. And last year, in all 4 losses, they did not make plays in the fourth quarter. Tonight, they made them, and that's a good sign.
Yeah, you know, the end of the half there after the safety, it just didn't look good. They went nowhere with that drive, but like you said, in the fourth quarter when they had to make plays, they made a bunch of plays, big plays. Aaron Hernandez was ready to play, I guess, tonight, and he had a huge game. So in the end, like I said, 26-3.
Yeah, later in the year, it's not, people aren't going to remember it was a struggle. They're going to say 26-3 over Miami, okay.
And it's a perfect time for an open week. You get to spend a lot of time working on those things, and then Tennessee. So we'll be coming to you in a couple of weeks with our next preview. It'll be of the Tennessee game, but the bottom line here, Florida wins, Miami loses, and I think all Gator fans are pretty happy tonight.
Yeah, and take this one into the open date and enjoy yourselves.
Have some fun. Enjoy the football next weekend. Until next time, Pat Dooley, the Gainesville Sun, Robbie Andreu, the Gainesville Sun, saying so long from the Swamp.